Hello. This is kind of a bit of a more serious video, I suppose you could say. And there it goes. You know that's great timing. You know what? Give me 1 sec. So yeah. Anyway, this is a bit more of a serious video. It's pretty much a rant, you could say, about bullying. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because an incident happened today with an acquaintance, not much of an acquaintance, more of a friend of mine who is bullied quite frequently, and frankly, I don't understand why. I no one, none of us, none of me, like he's part of like a little group of friends that I'm in, I guess, and none of us really. There's four of us, and none of us really understand why. I mean, honestly, obviously, no one deserves to be bullied unless they're a bully themselves. That's my belief, I suppose. But he doesn't deserve to get bullied. He's a nice person. He's not a mean guy in any way, shape, or form. I've known him, I think, for like 2 years, around that, and he just gets bullied all the time, and I don't get it. I just don't get bullying in general. It confuses me. I don't the things that some of these people, I'm obviously not going to give any names because, yeah, but some of the things that these people have been saying to him are just ridiculous. I really do not understand why. It's just, there's no point, because he really did not do anything to deserve, like how he's being treated. And there are a lot of mean people and in my school, I mean, not all of them bully this friend of mine, but a lot of them are just mean. And most, there's a bunch of people, because, like, what happened was we go to a day camp that's right in our town, and this is kind of what happened. Like, we were on a field trip. As we were pulling in to the parking lot of the camp, hold on, I just gotta turn off this audio, the music completely, because it's really loud. But we were pulling into the parking lot, and I guess when this incident happened, he was just getting really, really fed up, and he just flipped out, I guess you could say. But I mean, with good reason. It's not like he flipped out for no reason. What happened was, my friends and I were sitting kind of like further up the bus, and he was sitting kind of in back with the whole group of people that pick on him. Yeah, there's a group of people. I kid you not. There is a group, which is sickening, mind you. I don't commend that. But anyway. So we really had no knowledge of what was happening. So when we heard there was a whole group, like the whole group of people, they started like, he's threatening us, counselors. And obviously that was out of spite. I mean, I don't know. I seriously doubt that he would threaten someone for no reason. But he was doing it anyway. So they started freaking out, like, oh my God, counselor, help us! We're being threatened. And what happened after that? I guess when we got off the bus, my friend and a certain person out of that group was, I guess, talked to, and I'm still unaware of what they were actually explained. You get the idea. What they were being talked to about. That's it. So I still don't know. I'm gonna figure it out eventually, but you know, the whole point of this video is mainly just to rant about bullying in itself. Because, you know, if you've ever been bullied before, you know perfectly well that it's not fun, right? So, imagine being bullied by one person and then multiply it by, God, I don't even, like 10, because there's maybe like 15 people in like a big group that always make fun, that always pick on my friend. And my friend isn't like, he's not insecure. It's not like he can't stand up for himself, because he can. But it's just sad anyway. And he was like upset, I mean, I would be upset too if I was being picked on by a huge group of people for no friggin' reason, It's just, it sucks. It really sucks. So, mainly what I'm trying to say is, if you're a bully, you suck. You really, truly suck, and you need to get off the face of the earth, because you don't deserve to be here. I'm being completely serious. That's how I feel. Because just because your life sucks doesn't mean that you have to make other people's lives suck too. It upsets me. And I really don't understand why people are forced to be put through this kind of torture, Because no one, like I said, no one deserves to be bullied. No one. It's just the people that are bullies. They deserve the worst. I mean, seriously, they do. They deserve the worst. And I just want all those people. There's one person in particular, I'm not going to name him, but there's one person back when I was a bit younger who used to give me trouble. He doesn't bother me anymore. That's probably because I'm about 1.5 feet taller than him. I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2", and I'm kind of young. So, and he's about 5'5", so maybe not 1.5 feet. That's kind of an exaggeration, but you get the idea. So he really doesn't bother me much, but he bullies my friend a lot. So no, like, none of us like him. None of the people in my little group, none of us like him. We all hate his guts with a burning passion. So I don't know what that little mini rant was about, but I guess I just wanted to get that out there. Oh yeah, that's right. That person in particular deserves to be kicked out, kicked out of camp for good, or at least suspended, because he's a negative influence on everybody. Like, he really truly is, on everybody who's not in his like little retarded group of idiot bullies. He's just a negative influence. So I'm just hoping to myself that he gets at least suspended. And anyone really, because another incident that occurred while school was still going on, like last month, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, was my other friend, not the one that was getting bullied, but stood up for our friend who was being bullied by a bunch of kids that were sitting at the table behind us. And what happened was, he stood up for him, but he ended up in trouble as well. He got detention, which isn't, obviously, it's not that bad. I've had detention once before, and it's not that bad. But, and the other guy got four days of detention. I honestly think he should have been suspended. Because, like, what happened was, when he was how he stood up for him was he pushed the kid into the table. Because, like, he was pushed first. I know this is kind of confusing, but you gotta work with me here, because I can't name any names. But, so, honestly, what the point of that was, the people who are fighting back, the people who are the good guys, why should they get in trouble Why should they be frowned upon by the authorities, quote unquote, for, you know, standing up for what's right? I don't understand that. You know, I don't. I truly, truly don't. And that's what pisses me off the most. What pisses me off the most was that most of, like, you know, the people that are supposed to be in charge, the people that are supposed to the people that are supposed to be caretakers, you know, quote unquote. That's obviously not the right term. I can't think of it. They don't care. Sorry, I kind of got distracted. But yeah, they don't care. And that's another thing that I don't understand. Like, they don't care. There's not going to be any action. I already know, just from experience, that no action is going to be held against, I don't know if I said that right, but I don't know. There's definitely not going to be any action taken against the people that bullied my friend. That's what makes me mad the most. And if you were in my position, you would probably feel the same way. Glad I got that off my chest. This is an 11.5-minute rant. 11.5 minutes well spent, in my opinion. I honestly don't think I could say much more. Besides, you know, bullying. I know I'm going to kind of sound kind of negative, but bullying's not going to stop. No matter what people do, no matter how much people campaign, it's not going to stop. There's always going to be, no matter what, no matter whether you like it or not, there's always going to be those bad people. And there's nothing anyone can do about it. There's nothing anyone can say, there's nothing anyone can do. Nothing. And I mean, I'm not saying that to stop bullying, you know, people who campaign to stop bullying, I'm not saying they're wasting their time, because they're not. It's for a good cause. But, and I know they're trying to help, but none of what they're doing is going to help. The people who, you know, kind of support the anti-bullying campaigns that people put up are the ones that either hate bullies or are victims, and you know, not the bullies themselves. Because I could just be naive, you know. There's a very large possibility that I could just be naive and I don't understand. But what was I gonna say? Just be naive, but yeah, that's right. What good in the end? What good will that do, you know? Because you know, maybe like the non-profit, well, I'm pretty sure like every single anti-bullying freaking campaign is non-profit. I wouldn't understand if it wasn't. But like, the point, there's not much point. In the end, it's not going to help at all, because good grammar, just because you're campaigning against something that's wrong, which is a good thing. I commend you for that, because that is a great thing. But in the end, it's not going to stop the bullies that are already there. It may stop, you know, future bullies if people use their heads and they can understand, wow, you know, bullying makes people, like, ruins people's lives, and there's a small chance that they might end up killing themselves because, you know, they're miserable because of us. Some people, the people that are smart in the future, will understand that. Hopefully. And that's only going to happen if these campaigns end up succeeding. Which I'm not saying they won't. But I don't, I honestly don't have much hope. Which sucks. That, you know, that really sucks. But, I just don't have much hope for for bullying to ever stop. If I ever have kids, you know, when I'm old and I have kids, no, I just, if I ever have kids, you know, if they're bullies, you know, this is kind of a pointless thing, but I want to say it anyway. If they're bullies, I'm gonna kill them. I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean. Because at this point, I am so fed up with every single mean person that honestly, I don't care. If you're a bully, you are a terrible person, and you need to rethink your actions. Because, you know, the people that you're bullying, chances are that they never did anything to you. And even if they did do something to you, you know, maybe if they, like, embarrassed you for whatever reason, or, like, you know, embarrassment is probably the only reason I could think of that's even remotely right, which it isn't anyway. That didn't make any sense either, but you get the idea. Which would seem like a valid, quote-unquote, reason for bullying that person. It's still not cool. Because no one deserves to be made miserable by one of their peers. That's not cool. I mean, it's happened to me before. I used to have, you know, a so-called friend for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years, who, in the beginning, seemed like a nice person, but I ended up figuring out that he wasn't. And I'm one of those people that believes in karma, and the reason I'm saying that is because none of my friends like him. They all despise him. And that's simply because of what he did to me. And they know. I mean, that's not the only reason. That is, without a doubt, a large reason for their hatred of this guy, because I hate him as much as they do. But, another, you know, he's just a terrible person. And since I believe in karma, I believe that someday that he's gonna get his. And already, that's sort of happening. And that's because not only do my friends not like him at all, I mean, like, you should hear some of the stuff they say about him. They despise him with a burning passion. But some of the people that are just like acquaintances don't like him either. One of them, in fact, I don't even know, I'm not entirely sure if this is true or not, but one of them doesn't really even like that person anymore. He's not really, he's pretty much an acquaintance. I mean, I talk to him, but that's why I call him an acquaintance. But yeah, he really doesn't like that guy either. So slowly, you know, it's gonna happen. Someday he's gonna get his comeuppance, and he's gonna regret ever messing with me. He's gonna regret ever messing with any other person that he may have messed with. So, you know, I'm not worried about that. And I'm not worried about any other person who's a bully, because they're gonna get theirs. They're gonna get theirs, because I believe in karma, and what goes around comes around. It's gonna happen. In some form, they're gonna get theirs. So, I don't know, I guess I guess that's it. I've wasted how much time? I have wasted 20 minutes of your life ranting about something that a lot of people, well, a lot of people care about this issue because bullying is a huge issue. And I am well aware of that, and I know a lot of people are too, but a lot of people, they're either too scared to do anything about it, or they just don't do anything simply because they just don't want to. So, to the few, excuse me, to the few people that genuinely care about this issue, and you're watching this video, thank you. Thank you very much for listening to an eyewitness, I suppose you could say, an eyewitness of this issue. Because chances are, if you care about this issue at all, then you agree with everything that I'm saying. And I'm glad that you do. Because, chances are that you do. So, if you're one of those people, thank you. Because I'm going to know that I'm not alone. So, yeah. Bullying is no laughing matter. And I just want to make it clear. I want to make this clear to any bully that exists, that lives, that breathes. You suck. Okay? You suck. Screw you. Because just because your life sucks doesn't mean that you gotta make other people's lives suck too. And one day, I'm gonna say this again, one day, you are gonna get yours. And I'm gonna stand there laughing hysterically, knowing that you finally got what you deserve. For treating me, for treating my friends, the way that you did. And just know that I hate you. If you're a bully, I hate you. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're from a decent family. I don't care. Because honestly, that's the last thing that I could give a crap about. You suck. And I don't like you. And, I keep on rambling about I know I'm pretty much repeating myself over and over, but that's what I do when I go on ridiculously long tangents like this. I like to repeat myself just to, emphasize the point that I'm trying to make. So, yeah. This was probably the longest I've ever ranted in my whole life, and oh my god, it feels good. It feels good to get this off my chest. Especially about something that's so important. Not only to me, but to everyone else who gives a crap. And to those of you that give a damn about this issue, you are the good guys. You are the good guys. I cannot stress that enough. You're the good guys. Because you know what the difference is between right and wrong. And for that, I commend you. So, oof, man, that felt really good to get that. Probably how long is it? Probably about 25 minutes by now. Maybe a little lower. I'm glad that I did that. And if you actually watch this entire thing to the end without being bored to tears, then you're awesome. You're awesome too. Even if, even if you say, oh man, I don't care. If I'm not being bullied and I'm not a bully myself, then why do I care? If you watch this entire thing to the end, then you obviously give the slightest crap about the issue. So, I don't know, that's all I have to say. And I'm pretty sure I already said that quite a few times. But, like I said, I emphasize. I repeat myself to emphasize. So, yeah. I think that about wraps this up. Hopefully. Unless I spend another 20 minutes rambling about something else, which I'll probably just save for another video. I like ranting about stuff and killing for it. It's kind of relaxing. Well, not so much relaxing. It's just easier. It's an easier medium, I suppose you could say, to rant on. Because it doesn't really require all that much concentration. It's not like ranting while playing League of Legends. You're like, oh boy, the Kale heal me. Yeah, yeah. This is just easy because I have a mutator on. It's just all clots, so it's really not that hard. So I like this. If I'm ever gonna rant, I'm already sure who's. There's my buddy calling me up. I probably have to answer that. So if I ever rant in the future, which I most certainly will, this is what I'm gonna rant on. So you can expect that. Yeah. So man, thank you for watching. I wanna know what you think. I want to know what you think about the entire situation. So, leave a comment. Leave a comment, stating your opinion. I'll reply to it relatively quickly, seeing as how I have no life and I'm usually on YouTube 24/7. So, yeah, if you have an opinion, leave a comment. Leave a like. If you agree with even the slightest thing, like the smallest thing that I say in this video, if you agree, leave a like, because I want to see how many people how many people agree with me. And I'm sure quite a few people do. I mean, if this video gets kind of popular, seeing as how I get an average of 3 to 5 views per video, if this video gets a lot of views, then I'm sure there's going to be quite a few likes. That is, if you agree with me. If you just liked it because you liked the video, then that's cool too. But I want to get, kind of like a rough estimate of the amount of people that spend time on YouTube that care about this bullying issue. And again, I said I would stop. No. I kept going. In those regards, I'm really not. You know what I mean. In this sort of situation, not really much of a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna stop ranting, chances are I'm gonna keep on going. But really, I'm pretty sure I've exhausted everything that I could possibly say. And I'm getting seriously sick of staring at these clots' faces all day. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting to the end of this video, if you did, that is. Thank you for agreeing with me, if you do. Thank you for expressing your opinion, if you do. And, that's about it. So, my name is Dan, and I'm signing out. Goodbye.